Ikechi and Dave are just cowards. They're afraid to say how they actually feel, so they hide behind pathetic excuses. I'm so tired of watching grown men go to such lengths to deflect and attack the character of these women, as opposed to just being honest about not being attracted to them. This behavior has become increasingly common in these shows, and it's unacceptable. Don't sign up for these shows if you can't take the smoke. There's a very real possibility that you're not going to be into the person you end up with. I'd say the odds are about 65-35 the wrong way. And if that happens, you have to be man enough to admit that you can't get past this obstacle. It's not a scarlet letter. It's not an indictment on your character. This is a social experiment, not a rite of passage. No one should come on these shows to prove anything. You should come here to honestly see if you're one of the lucky ones who can find your person in this unconventional way. And once you realize that you're not going to be able to develop the attraction necessary, just hold that L, bro. Yeah, a couple unrealistic idealists may go online and call you shallow. Yeah, you might have to endure a week or two of being the most discussed villain in reality TV at the time. But that's going to happen regardless, especially if the woman is popular. So if you're going to be the bad guy, at least be the bad guy for an honest reason. Hell, nobody in this show or watching this show is perfect, so none of us can really judge you. So just be real. Men that go on reality TV, please listen to me. Most of you are too stupid to fool the audience. We can tell when you don't like somebody. Ultimately, we would all have more respect for you if you would just be honest. And those who would condemn you probably have their heads in the clouds anyway, so who gives a fuck what they think?
I wasn't attracted to you in that way. I wasn't attracted to you sexually.
Chillin', baby, cold in the bitch. I was trippin' for a minute, now I'm over the shit. Life goes like goes, keep those in the pic. I stay on that slick shit like a rose on the leave it froze like a glitch, blowing smoke out my lips, laid back like relaxing the fro of a pimp. 6'3", big feet, something known for my length. Gone strong, off trim, homegrown, oak cliff slide, but I won't slip.
More than anything, this season has been brought to us by fear. People being afraid to say how they really feel. This also applies to this season's drama on Love is Blind, and most likely to whatever drama you may be experiencing in your life. Somebody isn't being honest. Somebody is holding back an inconvenient truth. Well, this review will not be sponsored by fear. As you're about to see, I will straight up replace a cast member's bullshit with what they'd actually say if they were being real. Let's get into it.
At what point was it, I'm going to reach out to my friend's wife? For me, it was,
I'm not even gonna too much lie to you, man. I don't consider you a friend. You and I met on a matchmaking reality show, and your wife chose me. Your bitch chose me, man. I really don't know what else to say to you, Alan. I don't particularly care about how you feel at this point. As a matter of fact, I wrote a song about the first time me and Madison had sex, and I wanted to perform it here for you guys. If the fellas don't mind coming over and helping me out real quick, we rehearsed this in the back. But this is for you, Alan. This is about the first time that I smashed Madison.
She got that kitchen counter pussy. Got that kitchen counter pussy. Got that kitchen counter pussy. Put her on the kitchen counter. She got that kitchen counter pussy. Got that kitchen counter pussy. Got that kitchen counter pussy. Put her on the kitchen counter.
Girl, just let me wrap my arms around that body. Both us know we need to get this party started. Lift you on the counter and them legs them parted. Pressed all up against her, got me stiff and thriving. Climb up in that girl, I damn near departed. Got my tongue, girl, I can't even call it. Trapped up in them buns, I'm hooked like alcoholic. Drunk all on your juice, now I'm a rapaholic. Baby, your shit got me fiending. Baby, you got what I'm needing. If we ever make it to your room this evening, baby, we gon' do it again and do it again.
She got that kitchen counter pussy.
Perhaps the most shocking thing about this reunion to me was the fact that David and Madison still were not prepared for the timeline question. They had to know that they would be asked about when this all started, but they're still here with the "it started in the gym" bullshit. They also played a clip of Madison talking shit about Michelle, but I recall Michelle talking shit about David both to his face and in a little camera interview, so I don't really care. Try as they might, I personally will not allow Lifetime to gaslight me into perceiving Michelle as some kind of victim.
When I did ask Michelle, why didn't you talk to me about this off camera, and her response was, we're on a reality TV show, Madison.
What would have happened if Madison had come to you and been like, are you just not digging him because I'm going to roll with
I
it?
would have said, it's 8 weeks, chill out, and then do it.
Michelle's trying to get that screen time, dog. Everybody was, except Ikechi. He couldn't wait to get away from that lady. But everybody already knows why everyone else strung it out. I mean, it's obviously a dumb question. I thought it was funny that Ike said he saw David and Madison's connection from day one. I mean, sometimes people just click like that. I know the morality police want people to be all up in arms about this shit, but married or not, these people are strangers. This isn't a couple that dated for a couple years, got married, and then dude is out flirting with somebody on the honeymoon. I refuse to allow the premise of this show to offset my common sense. If I got married at first sight to an angry, unjustifiably uppity ass Karen with a Drake fetish, I'd be looking elsewhere too. In the next segment, they start talking to the couples one by one. They start with Thomas and Camille, and I'll just say this to sum up their portion. I am so very happy that you guys found each other. And I sincerely hope that you all live a long, prosperous, and healthy life together. But I don't care about shit y'all got to say. And that interview went entirely too long. Ike apologized to MM for calling her aggressive.
I wish that I would have said she's going after the things that she wants to go after and achieving them.
As a business owner and a black woman, being called aggressive, it feels like it's a direct attack on everything that I've built, everything that I've worked for.
Now, whether or not Ikechi means this is debatable, but it's important that he said it. We all know the connotation of aggressive or angry black woman. And black men especially should know, because they say the same shit about us. Side note, I still find it preposterous that you can enslave, disenfranchise, and generally oppress a people for hundreds of years, then have the nerve to weaponize their subsequent anger. Truth be told, we've got a whole lot to be aggressive or angry about, and we shouldn't be ashamed of it because that's a natural human reaction to horrific treatment. So if you ever find yourself looking at a black man or woman and calling them angry or aggressive for having a legitimate response to an offense, please stop whatever you're doing and go fuck yourself with a bat wrapped in barbed wire.
Make things work.
You asked for a Michelle Obama. You got one.
This got on my last nerve. Can we please stop doing this? Ladies, excuse me for a second. I need to address my brothers real quick. Bruhs, can we be real? As much reverence and respect as we have for Michelle Obama, she's not a sex symbol. And it doesn't make you look like a better man by saying you want a Michelle Obama. It doesn't, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up cheating with the first Coco Jones looking chick that winks back, and now everybody mad. Michelle Obama is auntie. That's what got you fucked up, Ike. You came on there trying to be somebody you're not, and asked for the type of woman that you're not even attracted to.
I wasn't attracted to you anyway.
Okay.
That's an honest answer.
Yeah, it's good to know now. I mean, after he's taken my hand and placed it on him and done all of these things. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm going to try to address this delicately. Most men don't want to be shallow. We don't. But we are. We are shallow and we are visual. We all have things we like and we have things we don't like. And it's very hard to move us off that square. Oftentimes men try to date outside of their preference because they believe she may be a better person than the type you usually go for. But those attempts overwhelmingly fail because our shallow and visual nature takes over. However, while trying, it's not uncommon for a man to try to see just how far he can get with that connection. I've said this before too, like it's a big difference between I'd hit that and I want to marry her. And this is where women get confused. I believe Ike tried to get there with MM. She wasn't even an I'd hit that, and it just didn't work. Or maybe she was. But because of what they're doing with this experiment, he was smart enough not to do that, knowing that he wasn't going to be able to stay. Now, we've seen this go all the way bad with Kristen Page, where he knew she was firmly in the I'd hit that category for him, but he still went there with no regard for how that was going to affect her. I've also said that the reason Ike was afraid to admit this was likely because he was afraid of being labeled a colorist. Anytime a black man isn't attracted to a darker complexioned black woman, he's automatically a colorist, according to the internet. Although that logic makes no more sense than me saying that a woman who doesn't like me doesn't like bright niggas. That's a damn lie, because a woman could easily not be into me but fall head over heels for Jason Tatum. That's a real fear for black men on these shows, and I believe that's why he's still sitting up here talking about Michelle Obama.
Because I felt super uncomfortable a lot.
What was the uncomfort pertaining to?
She thought you were ugly, bro. She couldn't stand to look at you. Your face made her uncomfortable. Your presence was an ick.
I'm curious of what our experience would have been like if it none of us as couples got to interact.
That's how it was in the old days.
Yeah,
the couples did
and I
interact.
kind of wish that it was that way because I feel like I had a lot more anxiety in the group setting.
Madison, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up, because if they remove the mess from this show, I'm gonna stop watching. I haven't watched a full season of Married at First Sight in like 4 or 5 years. Soon as it get good, y'all on here talking about the good old days. Fuck out of here. I'm here for the chaos. I didn't care about Kevin Frazier's little chat with the ladies. Again, maybe I did, but I essentially have to watch this shit twice because of how I outline these reviews, and I didn't feel like revisiting that scene. I'm sorry. Part 1 ends with Michelle still holding on to her victimhood and Kevin Frazier pressing David to be honest about the timeline.
I would be an idiot to think that nothing physical happened before that text message was sent.
And if that's how you feel, you can.
Thank you.
What is the problem with just clarifying this timeline?
I honestly believe you could get too Michelle.
I guess next week we'll see if he decides to
Keep the light light! Keep the light light!
Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Appreciate y'all.
I came empty-handed, but I'm leaving with 3. Plus I made about a G, cause I made them tip me.